Let's close out June with some great books. Let's go over what we are picking up for June 29th, 2022. And if you have a second, please leave a like while the intro plays. Welcome back to Basement Collectibles, and if you're new to the channel, my name is Jordan. If you like comics, toys, movies, and arcades, please consider subscribing for more great content. Hope you were able to pick up what you wanted for our last week, and thanks again for everybody that wrote in the comments what they're picking up for either a great story or for a great spec. For this new comic book day video, we focus more on first issues, speculation, first appearances, and of course go through what each publisher is coming out with and see if there's anything interesting to pick up. And as always, please keep in mind some of these books might be delayed. So starting off with, from Titan Books, Doctor Who: The New Adventures with the 12th Doctor, issue number 1. From Mad Cave Studios, Nottingham, but this is volume 1, the trade paperback, and if you hadn't had a chance to read the first 5 issues of Nottingham, I highly recommend it. From AWA, Hit Me, issue number 4, and this is part 4 of a 5-part series. From Scout Comics, Wannabes, issue number 1, and it states, Jordan and Walt love comics, I sure do, especially those that follow the adventures of their favorite real-life superheroes. When the 15-year-olds decide to don ski masks and patrol their neighborhood, become heroes themselves, they are easily beaten by a mugger and narrowly escape becoming stabbing victims themselves. Sounds like a poor man's Kick-Ass, but I'm kind of interested in reading this. From Aftershock, The Naughty List, issue number 3, and please let me know if you're reading The Naughty List and what do you think so far. From Vault Mindset, issue number 1, and it states here, when an introverted tech geek accidentally discovers mind control, he and his friends do something unexpected. They put the science into an app to help users break their technology addiction. From Behemoth, Redman, issue number 1, and it says the creators of Ultraman introduce a new, and I'm sorry to butcher this, Keiju Hunter. From IDW, Kanto Tales of the Unnamed World, issue number 1, and TMNT, issue 130. From Image, Sins of the Black Flamingo, issue number 1. It states here it's a 5-issue series about a flamboyant thief who gets his kicks stealing mystic artifacts from the wealthy and the corrupt of Miami's underground. From JT4, Department of Truth, issue number 19, and there's a 1 in 25 variant and also a 1 in 50 variant to look out for. Image 30th Anniversary Anthology, issue number 3, and please let me know if you've been enjoying the last 2 issues. 8 Billion Genies, issue number 2, and I really enjoyed the first issue, and I was hoping it would be a little bit darker, but there's more issues to come. From Boom Studios, Buffy 97, issue number 1, Berserker, issue number 9, and Power Rangers Unlimited, Countdown to Ruin, issue number 1. From DC, Deathstroke Inc., issue number 10, and it has the origin of Deathstroke. Harley Quinn, issue number 16, and it has the origin of Verdict. Detective Comics 1061, and DC vs. Vampires Killers, issue number 1, and it says it's a one-shot featuring Harley Quinn leading the human resistance against the new vampire world order in a spin-off from DC's vs. Vampires maxi series. From Marvel, Avengers issue 57, and there's a first appearance and also a first team appearance of the Secret Invaders of World War II. The Variants, issue number 1, and it says it's a 5-issue limited series featuring different variations of Jessica Jones as Jewel, Nitrous, and an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Thor, Lightning and Lament, issue number 1, and it says it's a one-shot, and it says Thor has abandoned Asgard in the greatest hour of need, leaving the realm eternal in the hands of his half-brother, Loki. Iron Cat, issue number 1, and it's a 5-issue limited series featuring an unknown individual in the Iron Cat armor that was introduced in Black Cat issue number 11 in 2020. Mech Strike Monster Hunters, issue number 1, and it's a 5-issue limited series featuring the Mech Avengers versus 3 known supervillains transformed into Keiju monsters by Doctor Doom's Eye of Kraken. X-Men Red, issue number 4, and it just says here that Storm faces a galactic Illuminati. Venom Lethal Protector, issue number 3, and it just says here it's the debut of the new costume and powers in his limited series that takes place in the early days of Venom. For the additional prints out for this week, from Marvel, Savage Avengers, issue number 1 in the second print. Also Moon Knight from Marvel, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 1 in the second print, but please let me know if you find any other additional prints and let me know in the comments. And for the Peach Momoka fans, we have Iron Cat, issue number 1, and Iron Man Hellcat, annual, issue number 1. For my cover of the week has to go to, from Marvel, Sabretooth, issue number 4. Such a classic cover with Wolverine and Sabretooth on the cover, and this is the Mastrasso cover, but please let me know what your favorite cover of the week is going to be for this week. For my Give It a Shot book for this week has to go to, from Image, Public Domain, issue number 1, and it states, Originally published digitally through Substack, written and illustrated by Chip Zdarsky, a series about the world's greatest metafictional comic character, the domain that addresses the battle between comic publishers and corporations versus creators. Interesting concept, and I've been reading some of Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil recently, so I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. And for my pick of the week, and I know there are a lot of great #1 issues coming out for this week, but for my pick from DC poster portfolio, Jenny Frison. As some of you may know, I'm a big fan of Jenny Frison. I've really enjoyed a lot of her Something is Killing the Children covers, and I know she's done a lot for DC, so it'd be nice just to pick up this book and see some of the covers that I might not even have in my collection. But it says here, DC Comic presents the artwork of superstar cover artist Jenny Frison, featuring 20 of her most stunning pieces, starring some of the greatest superheroes and supervillains in comics history. From Wonder Woman to Catwoman and Poison Ivy, the art collected in this poster book showcases is perfect for framing and display. I think this will make a great coffee table book, but if my daughters want to use this book and pull out some of the pages to pin up on their wall, they're more than welcome to. So it's been over a year making these new comic book day videos, so now I like to go back to my old videos and see what the most interesting choice was of that week. So last year at this time, the most interesting book to pick up at least was Usagi Yojimbo, issue #1. So that's my list for New Comic Book Day for June 29th, 2022. But please let me know what your pick of the week is going to be, or at least your Give It a Shot book. And of course, what great spec or great stories are you picking up for this week? So that's it for this video, and I really appreciate you watching to the end. And if you found any of this information helpful at all, if you can possibly leave a like on your way out. And if you are new to the channel, if you please consider subscribing. And please join me on Instagram. It's Basement, MINT, so Basement Collectibles. Check me out on Instagram. I like to post behind the scenes, especially the stuff behind me and what's in my basement, or at least just to say hi. And I'll see everybody on the next video. Take care.